What is going on, guys? This is D-Man here, coming at you today to talk about E3. This is going to be a video about my top 10 most anticipated games of E3 2018, because E3 starts just next week in literally just about a few days or so. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Number 10. Okay, number 10 on my list is Halo 6, and the reason for that is because, well, Halo 5 I thought was really enjoyable. I didn't get an Xbox One until actually like February of 2017, and I bought the Halo games, and I never played through the stories before, and I don't really play the Halo games for multiplayer, so that doesn't really necessarily matter to me so much. But I really enjoyed 1 through 5, all their stories, even if 5 to a lot of people was kind of somewhat weak. Nonetheless, it ended on a cliffhanger, and I'm excited to see what they do next with it. There's not a whole lot for me to talk about, but I heard Halo 5's multiplayer was definitely better than 4, but let me know your thoughts on Halo 6, because I'm not much of a multiplayer guy, plus I don't really have that great of internet, but I'm interested to see Microsoft with Halo and hopefully more surprises. And hopefully they do better this year at E3 than what they've been doing, because they definitely get outdone by Sony when it comes to their games. Number 9. So at number 9, I have Fallout 76. And well, I'm pretty excited for this, but I'm hearing things that it could not be a single player based RPG type thing. But I'm hoping that it is, because I really enjoyed Fallout 4. I played countless, well over 150 hours into that game, and that was my first real Fallout experience. I played 3, and I watched some gameplay of some of the ones before it, and I played some New Vegas. But 4 was the first one that really got me into the series to play the original games, and I'm just so curious to know what Bethesda is going to show on Fallout 76, and if they're going to show anything for maybe a new Elder Scrolls or anything, because there's been lots of people hoping that Elder Scrolls 6 is happening, which it's been so long since Skyrim came out. There's been 100 different remasters for that game. So I am super excited to see what's going to come out of Fallout 76, and I hope you guys are too. Number 8. Number 8 on my list is Gears of War 5. Now, like I said before, I got an Xbox last year. I bought all of the Gears of War games, loved every minute of them. Now, 4 had some moments that I didn't care for, but it also had a lot of moments that I loved. And with Gears of War 4, I actually played a good chunk of the multiplayer even when I got bored, because that actually worked with my internet, and it was really fun. But Gears of War 3, to me, still is definitely the best one. But ever since the cliffhanger with Gears of War 4 at the end, of course, because all of the enemies, I forgot the name of them at the moment, but they came back in 4, of course, and, well, they didn't kill them all off at the end, and I've been waiting for Gears of War 5 ever since I beat the 4th one, because I thought it was a whole lot of fun, and I just enjoy all of them. So, yes, I'm very curious what Microsoft's going to do in a few days. Number 7. Number 7 for you guys is Mortal Kombat 11. Now, the reason for this being on my list is because Mortal Kombat 10 was so awesome, and I loved Injustice 2, and I really wanted to talk about this game, and I'm really super excited to see something on this game at E3. Ed Boon has been teasing things from Mortal Kombat 11 on Twitter, on YouTube. He likes to troll people with this kind of thing. One thing I'm super excited about is the armor system from Injustice 2 is coming to Mortal Kombat 11. I'm a big fighter guy. I love fighting games. I have an arcade stick to play fighting games with, even though I prefer...
I'ma tell you that you're not my competition. I'ma always win. Throw me in and I'm going in. I ain't running. I'ma come and tell you anyone can get to talk about it, cause I really live it. All the nights on the mission, no fear, no hope in my vision. Don't need no intervention. You ain't on the ride, there ain't even no way to come out, put them out, and they all gonna be missing. Wonder why I'm still here, like I'm doing on the daily. Act a fool if you met me. You try to be brave and step up, but your crew is too scary. Cause I'm too legendary. It's what we go hard for. I'm rocking your block, you want to you get knocked off. I'm taking your place, yeah, I'm making my property. Maybe a game that you probably did so with your life for me. So it's only right for me. I annihilate them if they get my way of sight. And keep them up off of me. A weakness in you only make an appetite. Anytime I get into it, I be looking at them looking pitiful and the condition that be critical. Nothing less than original. Who wants us to end you? Who's next?
comes out with a new fighting game.
Finish him!
And let's check this head. They're going to show the head, right? Because I really want to see the head.
Get over here!
Yep. Get over here. Oh, yep. There's Sub-Zero's head. Okay. Next. Number 6. Number 6 for you guys is Mega Man 11, and by Capcom, of course, obviously. But the reason for this is because, well, I'm a really big fan of the Mega Man games. I don't have both collections, but I think Smash Bros. Well, it wasn't what got me into Mega Man, obviously, but it made me more of a fan of the character and wanted me to replay the games that I played a long time ago. But I didn't really get big into the Mega Man games until like a few years ago when the collections came out and I started replaying them. And Mega Man 11 is a game that to me looks absolutely awesome with the different abilities and everything and all the different... I mean, it's got a lot of similarities to originals. I'm just hoping that we get, after 11, that maybe we get a new Mega Man X game. That'd be pretty cool or something, but I think he has outfits maybe similar to X and Zero, or who knows. I don't know yet. It'll be a fun experience. We'll see what happens. I don't know if Mega Man 11 is going to be at E3 at all or not, or if Capcom's going to show, fingers crossed, something new from Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, because I really would love more for that game, because I know it gets a lot of hate, but I love the gameplay. I think the gameplay is awesome. The gameplay is really the best thing about the game, even if the roster lacks or the graphics or all that with that game. But that being said, Mega Man 11 at number 6. Pumped. Number 5. Number 5 for me would be the Spyro Reignited trilogy. And the reason for this is because, well, I grew up in the PS1 era. I actually, more PS2, but my brothers had a PS1, and they had both Spyro and they had Crash Bandicoot, and not really, maybe they rented them or something. I don't know. I was like 3 or 4, so I didn't remember a ton, just like I didn't realize how hard Crash Bandicoot was. But I did beat all 3 games, and I absolutely love the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy regardless. And I'm just super pumped to see more on the Spyro trilogy, and September can't come sooner. We got Spyro and Spider-Man, which is an honorable mention for me because, well, it didn't cut my top 10 of E3 only because we've seen so much gameplay on that already. Number 4. Now, number 4 on my list is going to be Final Fantasy VII Remake. And there's obvious reasons for this, and that's because Final Fantasy VII is an incredible game. And although my brother's personal favorite is Crisis Core with Zack and Cloud, which that one is pretty freaking amazing. I haven't played a ton of Final Fantasy games, but I played 15 and I did love that, but I know the whole story with Cloud and everybody there. I own the DVD, actually, of Final Fantasy Advent Children, and I actually enjoy that, personally. I don't know if everyone does or not, but I think it's kind of fun. But this looks really interesting because I know they're probably taking aspects from Final Fantasy 15's gameplay for this Final Fantasy VII Remake, and it looks like we haven't gotten anything on this game since 2015, which was the trailer that you're looking at right now, which they only showed a little bit of gameplay. And I'm so curious to know what they're going to reveal at E3, because Square Enix has their own conference, and there is a lot to be shown from Square Enix there. I'm sure they're going really big this year. So yeah, that's super exciting. Number 3. So number 3 on my list is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. And I know what you're saying, why is it so high? Well, I really enjoy the Dragon Ball Xenoverse series. I was a big Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi series player. I like the Budokai games too. I like basically any games that Dimps Studios pumps out of Dragon Ball Z type games. Plus, they added a lot of Dragon Ball Super content to Xenoverse 2. I didn't play a lot of the content, only because I figured a lot of it's going to end up in the third game. Now, I don't know if the third game is going to be revealed or not, but I'm just kind of assuming it might, only because it's been 2 years now, I believe, since Xenoverse 2 came out, and they're still pumping out tons of DLC. DLC Pack 7, I think, is coming, or it's already out. I think it's already out, and they might be doing a Pack 8. I'm not entirely sure, but there's a lot of content in Xenoverse 2, and the one issue I had is that Xenoverse 2 was very similar, actually, to Xenoverse 1 in a lot of ways. They added a lot of new stuff, but it also was very similar, and I'm not talking gameplay, it's just like modes. There wasn't as much variety as there could have been, maybe, but I think they're spending a lot more time with Xenoverse 3, since it's possible that it could end up being this last one in the series. And a lot of people are saying this game is definitely happening because the second one sold like hotcakes. It sold so much copies, and it came out on the Switch and everything, and it had a big player base and still does to this day. So yeah, pretty exciting to be a Dragon Ball fan right now, because Dragon Ball FighterZ came out this year, and that's a really fun fighting game. And the Xenoverse series, I don't think the second one is it. I really do think that a third game is definitely coming this year, and I do think it's possible that this is going to be revealed at E3. Like, the second one was revealed, surprisingly, at E3, like a year after the first one. It was like, what? How is this already coming out? Okay, so that happened. But it's been a while since the second game first released. They're still pumping out content for it. But I still think that Xenoverse 3 is in the works, and a lot of people would probably agree, and I just want to see something on it. I want to even see it teased. I don't even need a full trailer, just a little tease to know that Xenoverse 3 is coming, it's happening, and I'm ready for it. For sure. Number 2. Okay, so number 2 on my list is Red Dead Redemption 2. Reason for that is because I actually didn't play the first one until like maybe 2-3 years ago, somewhere around those lines, and I played it on PS3. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. John Marston is one of my I played a lot of games, so maybe top 10 favorite video game characters. I don't know about top 5, but he was so cool. And we see a young John Marston in this one, and I don't know, I have no idea what this story is going to be about, but I know that you're playing as a different character and not as John Marston. Maybe you do get to play with him at one point as a character. I have no idea. I don't know much about this game yet. I watched a couple of the trailers, and that's it. We haven't gotten really any gameplay yet, I don't think. So I'm hoping this game is at E3, but apparently Rockstar tends to not make an appearance at E3. So I really don't know, but this game is definitely set to come out in October, which I hope it isn't delayed, but it's possible because there is a multiplayer in the game. And I hope they do add maybe the zombie type thing again. Because that was really fun. I mean, zombies is getting a little overdone nowadays, yeah, but I don't know, it was really fun what they did with the zombie aspect thing, but that's not what Red Dead's all about, obviously. It's about this whole Western era, cool, really good story, and it's definitely a game I'm so pumped for, and I really hope it's just as good as the first one, if not better, but it's hard to say right now because we haven't seen a heck of a ton on it, and if we're not playing as John Marston, they gotta make us really love and care for whoever the character that we're going to be playing as is. Number 1. Hello. So at number 1 we have Kingdom Hearts 3. I cannot explain to you guys how hyped I am for Kingdom Hearts 3. I've technically been waiting 13 years for this game as a gigantic Kingdom Hearts fan. I played all the games multiple times. Dream Drop Distance is, of course, the last one before 3 taking place, other than 0.2 Birth by Sleep. I thought about creating more Kingdom Hearts content. Maybe I will with Kingdom Hearts 3. Toy Story was a world that I requested, and it happened. Wreck-It Ralph is in the game, at least as a summon, which is so hype. But at E3, they're probably going to announce for sure, probably Frozen as a world. There's been rumors of Jungle Book being a world. I personally also wouldn't mind Pirates of the Caribbean coming back, although I know it's possible. I don't think it will happen, unfortunately, but you never know. It would be kind of cool to fight Davy Jones, or anyone from the other movies. I don't know what they would do, but I know Tetsuya Nomura said that he picks the Disney worlds by the story of the game, what might suit the story of the game. And man, the graphics are absolutely beautiful. They're gorgeous. The gameplay looks awesome. I wish I was able to play the demo, but unfortunately I'm not. I just really hope this game releases soon. Just not in September, because there's really a lot of games coming out in September as it is. You got Tomb Raider, you got Spider-Man, you got Spyro Trilogy. So I'm hoping for like a November release. I think that would be a solid release date for Kingdom Hearts 3. And anyone who hasn't played Kingdom Hearts, I highly recommend you try them out, because they are all on PlayStation 4 now. If you don't own a PlayStation 4, it's definitely a big reason for owning one. There's lots of exclusives too, but Kingdom Hearts is definitely a big one. And this is the final conclusion for Sora's story, from what I hope, and I'm guessing that the 7 Keybladers of Light are going to come together. They're going to take down Master Xehanort and Organization 13, and a lot is going to happen in this game. I'm hearing that it might be kind of dark too in some ways, and maybe someone will die, which someone probably will, and it's kind of scaring me a little bit there on that side. But it's super hype, and man, every single trailer that's dropped, including like we have Monsters Inc. in this game, which is another world that I was hoping would happen. This game is very Pixar heavy, at least when it comes to Toy Story. Even though Toy Story and Monsters Inc. are the only Pixar worlds technically right now, Tangled looks amazing. All these worlds look amazing. The fact that you can transition between 3 different Keyblades instead of just one during battle, that is awesome. And you can also the audio with your party members. There's no more box titles, which is awesome. And you can have up to 4 party members, maybe 5. I don't know, but I'm really happy about that, because you don't have to worry about changing out party members for another party member. I'm wondering how many drive forms and Keyblades there's going to be, and the different abilities. There's so much that we probably haven't seen, because Tetsuya Nomura did say that at E3 this year, next week, actually this Saturday, I'm guessing is going to be the intro for the game, like that trailer, but then at E3 on Monday during their conference, I'm thinking that we're going to get a trailer for New Worlds, we're going to get Gummy Ship gameplay, and probably more. He said that he dares YouTubers that are Kingdom Hearts content creators to try and keep up on the amount of news that is going to come out for this game. So I am super excited. I know I've talked about this game way more than the others. Also, sorry about the audio at the beginning. I should have done it with the other games. If I didn't, maybe I touched them up and edited them in. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for checking out my top 10 most anticipated games of 2018 E3. And I will see you guys all next time. Thank you so much. Bye. Okay, so this was actually bad on my part to say bye right at the end of the Kingdom Hearts 3 talk, of that being my most anticipated. But I wanted to actually mention some honorable mentions. Spider-Man, of course, I did kind of mention in the video a little bit. I also wanted to mention some Nintendo games, but I didn't want to add any video or put them in my list just in case, because I don't know how Nintendo works with YouTube. Like, I'm kind of new at this, so I know Nintendo and monetization, demonetize this, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how they work, but Smash, hands down, is something that I'm super, super, super pumped for. That probably would have been at number 2 or number 3 on my top 10 most anticipated list if I decided to add it. And then there's also Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu coming out also, which that is absolutely incredible. I cannot wait for what else they're going to announce at E3. Nintendo, I trust you with the Switch. The Wii U, all those games are coming to Switch, which is kind of insane. But I'm hearing that Spyro and Crash both might end up being in Smash, and also Ice Climbers are going to be back, and maybe we'll get some more crazy surprises or insane stuff. Maybe I'll react to some of it. I don't know. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the video. That Kingdom Hearts End was dumb on my part. This is my first, like, real, complete kind of video, so let me know what you guys think. I'm going to be creating more content, news on E3, gaming, reviews, this and that, all kinds of stuff. So thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye-bye.